Welcome back to Apple Tree Allotment and Happy New Year. It's the first time I've been back down the allotment in 2022. So I've come down here, it's quite early on a Sunday morning. It's like 8 o'clock. Sun's just coming up, so it's just warming up. I've got a few little jobs to do down here today. I managed to find New Year's Eve. We went out for a walk in the woods, and driving back we came past the stables near us, and there was loads of bags of manure out. It's probably 15 bags or something, a lot. So we stopped. It was getting dark, but we stopped and grabbed those. So I've got those in the van, in the camper. I'm going to pull those out. So today my first job is to get those out of the van and decide what to do with them. I'm hoping I can compost them down and use them for the squash and pumpkins this year, and maybe other things. So I need to decide either to create a new bin back up here, or I could put it straight on the area I was going to put my pumpkins and squash this year, along this back. Yeah, so I'm going to bring it down. It's all bagged up in old sort of feed bags. So I'll get a wheelbarrow, bring it down here, and then I can work out where to put it. So I need to do that. I'm going to do a little bit more on the beds. So I came down last week, in the week. We'd had this bed finished last week, a couple of weeks ago now, which is great. It's looking great. But I came down last week and I managed to pull apart the rest of the decking that I needed for this other bed. So I've got the two long parts free of any other bits of wood, apart from the top rail on one of them, which I just need to get off somehow. I couldn't undo the screws, but I'm going to cut off sections of it and try and unscrew them with the wood, essentially. See how that goes. But I've got the long parts. I'm going to put those on the top level, and I'm going to sort of join two pieces together to do the bottom. I don't think I won't finish building that today because it's quite a lot of work. But I'll do a little bit, get some more of the wood ready, measure out some of the sides, and yeah, start on the bottom layer maybe. Get some prep done for that. And another day I'm going to run up to the AMA place and get some more of the soil improver, just so I can fill it up a little bit, and I'll put some compost in as well when I next go and get some of that. Yeah, so the allotment's looking good. It's been pretty wet here. When I come down the week last week, it was the ditch at the back was full, and just driving here, the ditches along the sides of the woods are all quite full. So yeah, it's been pretty wet, but the ground's looking all right. Our allotment's looking good anyway. There's paths are a bit muddy on some of the other allotments. I can see a few people have been down over Christmas and done a few more wood chips around and things. But the allotment's looking good. Green manure's doing well in these two. It's not done so well in the first two beds that we planted it in, but these two it seems to be doing well. And over the other side, the peas are doing quite well now. They're coming up. I'm gonna have to think about going and buying some canes soon, so I can get these supported as they come up. There's a few shoots. You can see quite a few coming up in these two beds. So I'm pleased about that. It's nice. I'll need to get them covered up before they get eaten or anything. And another job, actually, it does remind me, another job I was going to do is get some of that green netting and put around this chard bed, because it's growing really nicely, but it keeps getting eaten, I think, by the rabbits. So I'm going to try and just put some of that green netting around it and see if that deters them any, because it is growing well. Broad beans have had a real shoot on this week actually. Some of them are quite large. Yeah, so I'm pleased with that. They've got going. There's one at the back there, looks like it's been knocked over by something. But yeah, other than that, they're coming up well. The onions actually look like they've had a bit of a growth spurt as well. I think the cooler nights maybe have woken them up a bit. Yeah, so they look good. And the garlic, I'm really pleased with the garlic this year, I have to say. It's looking really happy. And pretty much all of it is still there, I think, that I planted. So yeah, that's looking really good. So better get on with some jobs. So I'm going to go and I might get that netting out while I remember and try that. I've probably got some cable ties in the van. I can probably secure it to the posts. I've got the this bed, yeah, it's got the four posts around it, so I should be able to cable tie it to that or something. I'll give that a go. So I'll do that first, I think. So there's my little improvised rabbit cage. Just got this. So this fencing was here when we took over plot 1, the newer plot. It was all the way around the plot. I don't know if it was to keep rabbits out or children in, I'm not sure. But I took it all off because it was getting covered in weeds. And it wasn't really helping. So yeah, I've reused that. I've got a few sections of it. I've just wrapped it around the posts and cable tied it on. And hopefully that might deter at least the rabbits. We shall see. If I'm wrong and it's pigeons, I'll soon find out, I think, because they'll just land in it. Well, I don't tend to see too many birds around, too many pigeons about on the allotment. To get the odd pheasant wandering around. We're near some woods that do shoots. Yeah, so that's first job done. Maybe that'll let our chard grow up a little bit. We've got 2 more beds at home that are a little bit bigger than this actually, and they're doing really well. Really happy with that this year. We seem to have had a really good year for chard, and we've been using that quite a lot. So yeah, I think happy to grow that. I'm going to try and grow it earlier in the year as well next year, so we've got more of a supply of it through the year. I'll just have 1 bed of it going or something, and then succession sow it through the year a bit more. Yeah, so that's job 1. So I'll go and get all that manure out the van and pile it up, and then we can work out where to put that. I've carted all the bags up from the van to the allotment now. There's 14 bags in total. They're all quite a reasonable size. So I've got them up, and what I'm going to do, I've managed to get a load of cardboard, a load of moving boxes. So I went and collected them the other day, and I'm just going to pull back this plastic and move it along a little bit along this bed. And this has been undercover for quite a few months now, so I'm just going to put down the cardboard in this sort of half here, this little bit, and I'm just going to empty the bags out on there in a pile, and hopefully that will compost down in time for use in by the time we need to plant our squash. That's the hope anyway. And I can always rake it out and mix it in with some topsoil and some other compost when I'm ready to use it. Yeah, so that's my plan. I'm going to move this plastic first, and I'll get some cardboard down. I just need to take a few bits of tape on it, so I'll just pull that off first so it doesn't stay in the soil. And I'll start piling up the poop. Got the cardboard down. I moved the plastic and got the cardboard down. I've taken all the, took a few minutes to take all the tape off. That covers that bit nicely. Hopefully that'll all fit in that area. If not, I'll put it back a bit more. I've got loads more cardboard. Yeah, now the lovely job of emptying all those bags. So there's the end result. I did extend it in the end by about ½ a metre. So it's about 2 metres square and about ½ a metre tall. So yeah, good pile of manure. Might add to it in the future and make it longer if I get some more. But I'm hoping by the time we get round to April, May, and the squash wants to go in, is ready to go in, we can rake it all out over that whole bed, and we can put some topsoil on it or something. Yeah, we'll have a really good bed for squash and pumpkins. I was going to do them right the way along that back bed, right up to that tree. So we have a nice big bit where all the vines can tangle along there and be out of the way. That'll be some really good space for them. Obviously we've got our onions and garlic here. Still thinking about the strawberries. I think we probably will keep a strawberry patch here, but it needs a good bit of work cleaning up. Potentially I might do some sunflowers over this side next to the mud kitchen and play area, just for, we can cut them for home. Grew loads last year that were really good. Really enjoyed growing them, so might do that for a bit of colour. And then I'm not sure over here yet, maybe have to see what else, maybe sweet corn or Three Sisters kind of beds. I need to go to Frost's or somewhere and get our seed potatoes so I can start chipping them. So I think I might do that today, see if pop down there, see if they've got them in. The plan is to do them all the way along those first 2 rows. So I've got what, 2, 4, 6 smaller beds and 2 long beds. So effectively 10 beds. And I was going to get first earlies, second earlies and main crop again. I'll probably do these big ones as first earlies, and then 2 of second earlies, and then those 4 as main crop. But yeah, we'll see what we can get, try some different varieties. Yeah, and then over here have some more courgettes maybe, and beans. We've got our peas and raw beans in already, so they'll stay quite some time, into sort of June, July. Yeah, it's all exciting. Starting to see the first bits of spring coming in and start to plan and think about sowing seeds, which is really nice. I need to look through my seed collection and top it up a little bit. But yeah, so I hope you all had a really nice Christmas and really nice New Year. Looking forward to a new growing season and keeping well. And yeah, lots more jobs to do next week. Probably get onto this bed, this longer bed over here. Yeah, start tidying up more, creating more beds. Lots of work to do, but looking forward to it. Yep, so look forward to seeing you next week.